right? So 2021, we're going to do now. This is what we actually had to do, but for some reason we confused ourselves there and did the 2020. Anyways, moving forward, was not a functional area of business. Public relations. Number two, which type of check allow individual to receive cash on demand? Open check, right? Open check. A major function of the public sector is to serve the entire population. Number four, what are the key features of a planned economy? Centralized production, welfare, 1 and 2. 4A, right? 4A. Which of the following is not an example of unethical business practice? Which is not an example of unethical business practice? Again, someone may mark down these answers for me because I'm going too fast. I can't type and do both, right? So which is not an example of unethical business practice? We're saying use of, yeah, retrenching inefficient workers is not unethical. If they're inefficient, they're inefficient. 6, the procedures of selecting the objectives and procedures for achieving goal is referred to as planning, right? Planning. 7, who is above them? The board of directors. Number 8, so the leader deliberately, so number 7 is board of directors is above the CEO. 7 is B. Number 8, the type of leadership described here, he stands back and let the subordinate plan their work and make their own decision. What type of leader is that? Laissez-faire, right? The democratic leader would have asked them the suggestion before he come together, but this leader is just left them to do everything. 9, which of the following characteristics demonstrate a good leader? 1, 2, and 3, right? Inspires, delegates, and make intelligent decision. Number 10, which are the following of which are benefits of written communication? We saying 1, no, 2 and 3, right? 2 and 3, 10, 2 and 3. Number 11, which of the following categories would subsidize meal for employees fall? Which of the following categories would subsidize meal for employees fall? Fringe benefits, right? Fringe benefits. Disagree with any so far? Tell me in the chat. The main advantage of collateral to the lender is that improves the borrower chance of getting a loan. Correct. Which are examples of secondary sources of data? Which are example of secondary sources of data? So we're saying company record, oh, to the lender. Sorry, I read the wrong. Yes, yes, yes. Give the lender, yeah, can be seized if the borrower paid. As I'm rushing through, I didn't realize. Yeah, 12 is D. 12 is D indeed. Can be seized if the borrower fails to pay. Right, 13. Which are examples of secondary sources of data? Right? Yeah, I would say company records and the census because you still have to go and question the employees to get that information, which would be primary. So I would say 1 and 3 there, right? 1 and 3. The census and the company record. 14. Which of the following is a regulatory issue for the entrepreneur? Which of the following is a regulatory issue for the entrepreneur? Yes, paying national insurance. 15. An analysis of the viability. What is that? That is the feasibility study. 16. An entrepreneur may reduce his risk of loss by planning ahead. 17. Melissa earned extra income. She offered to wash car for 10. Mr. Hine paid her 15. What type of contract is demonstrated above? 17, folks. Tell me 17. Simple contract. Yeah, 18. Kevin sustained burns while at work. What type of insurance policy would cover this? 18. I hope you know your types of insurance is one of the topics to come. Right? So, yeah, it is employer's liability, right? That covers the anything happening to workers. Which is not a legitimate way of entering a contract, of terminating a contract. Which is not a legitimate way of terminating a contract. Change of mind, right? Change of mind. 20. Which of the following factors prevent an agreement from being considered a valid contract? Again, this comes a lot. Misrepresentation. Division of labor can be defined as 21. Separation of tasks. Yeah, which of the following least affects the location of an extractive industry? Right, 22. Proximity to large shopping areas. Yeah, they are extracting. They want labor, they want raw material, they want drainage and irrigation and roads next to them. 23. Which of the following capital is used for day-to-day operation? Working. 24. Sorry, that was 23. 24. Which of the following commodities is a product of the manufacturing industry? Car. 25. Which of the following conditions would constitute a linkage between two industries? 25. Send me all your answers, everyone. Right, yeah. The output of one industry has become the input of another. 26. Productivity can be defined as outputs over input. 27. The amount of labor available for productive activity is known as the labor force. Right, the labor force. 28. The inventor of new oyster opener has the legal right to be the sole producer of this product. This is known as yeah, he's a patent. It's an invention. 28, not 38. 29, which of the following is an example of sales promotion? Sales promotion, anything done to improve the level of sales, free sampling. Right? Product price promotion, our example, are the components of what? Yeah, the marketing mix, correct? The marketing mix, 31, a situation where a business gains editorial space without having to pay for it is called publicity, right? Publicity. 32, which of the following types of trade is the hire purchase method most likely to be used in? Thirty-two, folks, 32. What we have? Where is hire purchase most likely to be used? Right, 32, yeah, the retail industry, like cars, courts, when we look at courts, there's where their business is based on hire purchase, which is least likely to influence consumer behavior. This came a lot, place of residence. The most suitable medium of advertising in the area with high vehicular traffic is high vehicular traffic, the passing, the seen it a lot. We would like to have a lot of posters. JB Auto export engines from Barbados to Trinidad. Which is the best suit method for this here? Again, C as in B, C as in water, right? 36, a guy, John, operates a shop in his community. He buys goods in bulk from nearby supermarkets and sell them in small quantities. John is referred to as a, yeah, he is a retailer, which shows ownership of imported goods. Again, this comes a lot, the bill of lading or lading. Logistics is best defined as, this came a lot recently because it's on a new syllabus, managing resources from the point of acquisition, storage, transportation to their final destination. Right? Which of the following is a final step? Which of the following is the final step in the supply chain operations? Yeah, again, 39, this comes a lot, delivering to the point of origin. 40, which is not a type of account offered by commercial banks to the public. Trade account, right? Which of the following is a service provided by commercial banks? Which is a service provided by commercial banks? Accepting deposits, 41D. Right? Again, someone, I hope you make a note of these answers for me. 42. Which of the following is a global logistic provider? DHL, again, it come a lot. 43. Which are associated with the stock market? Risk and benefits, 43. B as in bat. 44. Investment can be defined as additions to the capital stock of a country. Again, don't copy what I have, mark your answer. 45. Which of the following is not a source of income for an individual who engages in personal budgeting? Yeah, loan repayment. Repayments can be a dividend or a source of income. 46. Which of the following actions is most likely to lead to an improvement in the standard of living? Which of the following actions is most likely to lead to an improvement in the standard of living? Right? Yeah, I would say C2, because again, it would improve the the amount of wealth persons are able to access. Yes, if we give incentive to businesses, in the long run, it would improve the standard of living. But immediately, most likely, right now, what can achieve that? For the 6C. For the 7, one of the functions of the central bank is to issue notes and coins. That comes a lot. Government offer subsidies to businesses to reduce costs and ultimately prices. 49, the central bank is owned and controlled by the government. 50. 50 now, which is a function of the Chamber of Commerce. What we have for 50, folks? 50, tell me answer. Yeah, assisting, remember, Chamber of Commerce is there to assist businesses in getting markets. If you look at our Chamber of Commerce, they do the same. 51, which is a direct, which of the following forms of taxation can be classified as direct? Yeah, 51, purchase tax, right? 52, which of the following measures are used by governments to redistribute income? PAYE and national insurance. Governments can positively influence business activity by reducing. Which following that can be classified as direct tax? Income tax, right? Income tax is direct. 52 is PAYE and national insurance. 53 is by reducing taxes, right? So we say Mr. Brown receives a job offer from a company in Barbados. In order to take up the job, she has to leave her home in Barbados and move to. She has to leave her home in Trinidad and move to Barbados. In Trinidad, Mistress Brown would be referred to as. You need to know your E and I, right? What is what? She's an emigrant, right? With an E. One solution to the problem in the Caribbean is to encourage. One solution to unemployment is to encourage industrialization, right? 56, the gross national product of a country is the. Yeah, what we have for 56, folks? Tell me, tell me. I want to hear your answers for this here. The value of goods and services produced by the country. Yeah. So income. No, not D. I see someone has D. It's not D, it's B, right? Value of goods and service produced by the country. 57, the main purpose of CARICOM is to. right? Yeah, as a lot of us say, fast interregional trade is what we saying. Anyone? Well, again, there's a question that we would have a lot of back and forth about. I would always say collaborate, because collaborate includes all of these answers here: interregional trade, transport technology, unrestricted movement of people, because on their own, each of these is just goals of CSM, right? CARICOM, again, is not just an economic union. It's look at CSEC. CXC is a CARICOM exam. It's collaborating for multiple things, right? So that's why I always say A. The book says it. I can show you the book. You check the book. I tell you what the book says, right? If you choose to go with D, if you feel, or wherever you feel more comfortable with, this is on you, right? 58. The price control can be defined as a limit on prices. 59. What is the order from CARICOM? Where's the order to? The Federation, Carifta, CARICOM, CSME, correct. Unemployment caused by a downturn in the economy is referred to as cyclical, right? So yeah, this is 21. We waste a good half an hour there answering the last paper, right? But yeah, this one here is exactly what we came on to do today. Let me stop the recording now.